All right, guys, it's your boy Zero. I'm here at PAX East at the Limited Run Games booth, and I'm here with...
Tomas, lead developer at the Mixed Games.
Excellent. So, Tommy over here, I hope it's okay if I call you Tommy, I'm messing with you. Tomas over here is working on an awesome game. You guys probably already recognize it from the thumbnail. He's working on a Rugrats game. Can you please tell us more about it?
Yes, so Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. It is a brand new classic style 2D platformer with co-op gameplay based on the Rugrats franchise.
Excellent. So, when did has this game been announced? Is this the first time you were showing it off? Because this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, we actually announced it at PAX West last year.
Okay.
So we've been demoing it a little bit, but it kind of was one of those shadow announcements. So it's kind of been one of those sort of little underground things where people are just kind of catching wind of it. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, tell us, how long has Rugrats Adventures in Gameland been in development?
So we've been developing it for about 2 years now. Yep.
All right, excellent. So, tell us about the game. Like, what inspired you guys to want to make a Rugrats game? Like, how'd you guys come about like getting the IP and permission to make the game?
Yeah, so it's a really cool story actually. The idea at first was we wanted to make an 8-bit game based off of like classic IP. Yeah. So we ended up getting into talks with, through that we ended up getting into talks with Paramount about, their Nickelodeon license stuff, and Rugrats came up as something that was available that we could work on, which, we're all millennials working on this. We all grew up with Rugrats. Yes. It was kind of a no-brainer, like, okay, we can make a Rugrats retro platformer. Yeah.
Excellent. So, your studio, what's the name of your studio again?
The Mixed Games.
The Mixed Games. How many games have you guys worked on so far?
So this is kind of, as the Mixed Games, our first real major release. We did do the same team. We worked on Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl. So we did that on the NES. We did an NES release with Limited Run Games for that. So yeah. So
we're fans of Jay and Silent Bob. We love their movies; they're hilarious. So it's cool that you guys worked on that as well. Did any of that previous work influence your work on this Rugrats game?
Yeah, definitely a big part of it. Like both Jay and Silent Bob and the Rugrats, they were developed first and foremost as 8-bit NES games. Okay. So Rugrats, even when you're playing it in HD mode, what you're playing under the hood is an NES game, okay. And it kind of does show through in the gameplay as you play it. Yeah.
I noticed that. One amazing thing about this game, a lot of people probably don't know this already, but not only does it look great in its HD graphics like Tomas over here was saying, you could also, on the fly, switch it to 8-bit graphics, making it look like you're playing on a Game Boy Color or even an NES. So what made you guys make that decision instead of just sticking to HD?
Yeah, so actually the development cycle for the game, we developed the game as an NES game that runs on NES hardware. So it is a true 8-bit game. First half of development was developing the game from scratch to be an NES game. And then the second half of development has been doing the HD version of it, using that NES game as the core. Yeah, so the release we're doing, and the pre-orders are open right now with Limited Run Games. We're releasing it on all major platforms, as well as the NES cartridge.
Excellent, awesome. All right, so basically an HD game with a 8-bit skeleton, correct?
Yeah, basically, that's what it is. It's so all of the assets and everything, you're going to look at, it's this beautiful hand-drawn art, modern sounding music and sound effects, and at any point you can just swap it back to either the 8-bit sound effects, the 8-bit art style. You can mix and match. You could play it with as an 8-bit game with HD audio or vice versa. So we wanted to since there are those two versions of the game, we want to let the player kind of mess around with that a little bit and play the way they want.
Excellent. We love options. We love being able to customize experiences the way you want. We also love old school style games like this. So is there any story or plot about this game? Anything that maybe you can share with the audience?
Yeah, so the basic plot behind the game, it's kind of very meta, is that the babies see a commercial for a Reptar video game on TV, and they're sitting there saying, "What's a video game?" And of course Angelica goes, "You dumb babies don't know what a video game is." And they're like, "We'll show you. We'll make our own video game, Angelica." So they're going around the house pretending to be in a video game. pretending that they're in all these sort of fantastical environments based on what areas of the house they are. So the sandbox turns into a desert, the backyard turns into a jungle, and things like that. And so you're collecting these Reptar coins throughout the game that are kind of similar. They kind of look like a Yoshi coin, where you get 4 of them in each level. There's this giant Reptar door hiding behind the TV, and when you collect enough coins, you can open that door, and that's where the final level is.
Oh, so that's what that was about. Because I saw those Yoshi-like Reptar coins, and I thought to myself, I think I got to collect those. So I'm obviously trying to find them as much as I can. I remember putting a few coins in, but I needed 18 more, so I'm like, I guess I got to explore.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's the whole point. There's a whole bunch of them in each level. The game is very kind of non-linear, where you have sort of this hub world where you can choose any level and play them in whatever way you want, kind of Mega Man style. And say if you beat a level, you beat the boss, but you didn't get all the coins, you can go back and you can go collect the coins. You don't have to fight the boss again. You can just go in, collect the coins, leave, and bring them back and deposit them in the door.
Excellent, yeah. One other thing I noticed, I tried playing with all 4 playable characters, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil. My God, just saying those names brings me back. They work a little bit different. Can you explain what inspired you to do that? It kind of reminds me of Mario 2.
Yeah, Mario 2 is definitely a big inspiration with the game. We kind of been pitching it in a way as Mario 2 meets Mega Man. So
I respect that.
yeah, so it's a so yeah, they've all got sort of the different abilities. Where Tommy's kind of the everyman, well-rounded character. Chucky has kind of the high jump, but he is not necessarily the best at the combat. Phil is good at picking up enemies and digging through the ground really fast, and Lil has her sort of Princess Peach-esque floaty jump. So they are sort of loosely based on those Mario 2 character archetypes, which is kind of just a familiar thing in general for an 8-bit platformer. But it also ties in with, we tried to give them abilities that tied in with their personality. So Chucky has that anxiety look on his face and struggles as he kicks his legs. Phil is kind of, he likes digging through the dirt. They all have their own little idle animations too. So Phil's there picking his nose. We had to, got to get the personality of the babies from the show to shine through, right?
I respect it. I love to see it. I haven't seen a lot of their idle animations because I've been running around all day, but I can't wait to see more of it. So, how far is how far has this game been in development? Do you guys have any a release date in mind?
Yeah, so it's we're just wrapping up development now. It's going to be launching sometime this spring.
Yeah, so very soon. Excellent. Yeah. So, what consoles is this thing coming out on?
It's going to be coming out on just all the modern consoles: PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and of course the NES. So.
Excellent. So I'm guessing we're going to get an NES cartridge or something like that.
Yes, there is an NES cartridge you can pre-order through Limited Run Games right now.
You guys heard it here. Go to Limited Run Games and get that. Once again, thank you so much for speaking with us. Thanks everyone back at home for watching. Before we leave, can you tell everyone where they can find your company and this game online?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to pre-order the game, just go visit Limited Run Games. You can pre-order the game there, and for the Mix games, you can follow the Mix at Indie Exchange.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks again, everyone back at home. If you like this video, slap the like button, mash the subscribe button. Let us know down in the comments below. Do you love the Rugrats? Because we definitely do. And stay tuned for more PAX East awesomeness. We'll see you next time.